Hey there, fellow researchers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval Oak Brethren. Episode 10, A Room for Tomes and Texts. Alright, check in stability. So this is the stability overlay. And... oh no, that's aesthetics. There's no stability. What I was thinking. So once they're done constructing everything that has been queued up, I'll reassess the stability and make sure that we have all that we need built. Because I know there's some gaps, but a lot of these gaps can just be arched. It's not too much of a problem. Taking a look at our wood. Wood's fine, sticks are fine. Clay is falling behind a little bit. Clay bricks. I mean, the clay bricks are kilning as fast as they can. But trying to find clay under the snow kind of sucks. Are the other walls the final height? No. I mean, everything about this project is under construction, so in progress. Am I misunderstanding the question, or is that basically a "are we there yet" question? To put it bluntly, because asking "are we there yet," I'm not really sure I have a meaningful answer for you. You mean the defensive walls? Maybe. I don't know. A lot of the priorities and a lot of the designs are based upon feedback from you guys. I don't have a full blueprint in my head, so I can't answer what this all will look like next week, a week, 2 weeks from now, etc., etc. It'll look different. That's the best answer I can give. Okay, let's put up some arch support as needed. So those 3 arches should help a bit. We do have some spare bedrooms. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea, just ahead of time, to have the bed in them. And then the braziers in them. So if we and I'll keep the braziers off, but if we end up with more refugees, they won't have to wait for a bedroom to be built. There will be one already ready-made. And then the arches, once the bedrooms have arches in them, which is already the case, then the next set of arches is going to be in this craft room here. So we'll start with these 2 archers and then see if we need more to adjust for stability. You can always threaten to turn this carriage around. Yeah! I could. Let's hope I don't have to. Alright, and there should be weight-bearing pillars here. Here, here, and here. Oops. There. And these go all the way up from the ground floor, so that their stability is not in question. It should be stable 4 all the way up. So there was some lack of stability in 2 spots. So I'll seek a solution for that. Alright, intensity high, but off. So one of these spots is going to be a little bit hard to deal with. I might need, like, pillars or something. Only because arches don't work all that well on corners. Because they don't have diagonal binds. And the other one is really weird because it's... You know, I could arch like that. Let's move the... so this might cause more problems initially than it solves, but let's try arches the long way. Which means getting rid of the arches that I built, so some of the roof might collapse. But the consequence of that is I would end up with more stability in the long run. How? I can't even click this damn arch. There it goes. Deconstruct. Can't get it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So if we're building arches the long way, the issue that we're going to run into is they can only be so far. Although that works real well. So we'll build these two and then see if we need more. I probably should have started with that because I think that's a more elegant solution anyway. And then once we're done with this, I will try to get all the crafting things moved into that room. And then have high priority stockpiles for the materials like textiles and iron and whatever the crafting requires. It like, oh, is that because it's not above the stairwell? I can't build a floor here, but the game's not telling me why. I should be able to build a floor in this tile. Oh, because there was one and it was invisible. Got it. Okay, invisible floors. Was not expecting that to be the answer. And I'm assuming there's an invisible floor here queued up as well. Yeah, I think there is. Well, it's certainly coming together. It's pretty unique looking. It looks almost like Roman. You know? With its arches and pillars. Like Greek Colosseum, Pantheon, Parthenon-esque. Or an ugly apartment building. Yeah, thanks. That's a crushing blow there, Mike. I appreciate it. Well, that's just apartment block 4. Of the mini condos. I think we're both correct. Maybe. But I like being able to look into it like this. It's a cool view. Being able to like peer through the edge. Death Star under construction. Gotta hide my vent ports. Is there an invisible... yeah, there is an invisible floor there. Fill it in. There's no way this is not stable enough. Oh, it's invisible as well. I might need to do a save and load because I think there's floors here that are built and I just can't see them. But the stability of everything up here is like a 2 or a 3, which is good. So let's do a quick save load. When in doubt, save and load. Because dealing with invisible floors is going to make it really tough to continue designing. So question for you guys. What is next? What am I building next? I'm still not done with the workshop. I need to configure the workshop some more. You know, putting in all the workshop crafting tables and some storages and the like. So that will have to come first before I do anything new in the workshop. But curious what you see me building after that. I forgot the game doesn't really load when you tab out. It's not that it has long load times. It was that I paused loading. Big oops. There we go. Hey, look! The floors are in! Huzzah! Alright. Back to what I said that I needed to do. So, word working bench. Put it in there. Sewing station is a 2x2. Put in there. We got the Bowyer's table. And then I do need the tool shelves as well, because the tool shelves are what dictates it being an actual craft room. So that is here. Wall tool shelf. Yep, there it is. It might not be a terrible idea to like put in some torches so we're not in the dark. I'll work on that last. And there it goes. It is a workshop. So as a workshop, the benefit here... Oh, the bills for the sewing station got nuked. I forgot that happens. So before I queue up new bills, I'm going to leave it alone because I might move things around and I don't want to have to keep redoing it. So right now, I've got a Bowyer's table here. Woodworking bench is here. Sewing station is up there. The blacksmith forge is not in here. And the thing about this blacksmith forge is it's massive. So I'm probably gonna end up putting it here and moving this here, which is exactly why I didn't queue up the bill. I wonder if this is pathable. Probably not. I think the blacksmith forge is the only one that I don't have yet. The smelting furnace and the kiln could be put in there, but like I don't think it benefit. It's not a... It doesn't benefit in the same way that the other ones do. Also, for the record, I think a massive blacksmith forge on the 3rd floor is like an accident waiting to happen, but I'm going to do it anyway. It seems to me the next project is going to be a library. A building for the bookish. So of the facilities, workshop facilities that I have not... Oh, infirmary bed is finally done. Of the facilities that I haven't built yet, let's consider what we'll need room for. What am I missing in that? Chemistry? Oh, but that's kind of... Armorer. That's the only one I'm missing in there. I think should go in there. Chemistry could. Is the infirmary require chemistry? I forget. No. In fact, it shouldn't have it. Okay. So I might need to put chemistry somewhere else, but I'll cross that bridge when we get there. Not my immediate concern. So we will have to fit an armorer in here at some point. That's fine. What do you want me to research next? So let's take a look at the options. We've got some of the old school tech, stone cutting, cartographer. We've got barrels for water. We've got defenses for traps and bigger doors, fletching for better bows, beekeeping for bees, steel for steel. Furniture 2 for better beds primarily and storage chests. Armorer, which is one of the crafting tables that I'm missing, and ice making. Although I think the window to make ice is almost done as winter is basically over. So choose what I research next. Right there. Give you 2.5 minutes on that. And I will start working towards El Labre. Now, if I was to put thumb on the scale, Armorer might not be a bad one, because the combat threats are going to increase as time goes on. And I do have multiple people that are interested in melee combat, but I do not have the arms or armor for it. I have the iron and the coal and the resources, but not the actual gear for it. So just a small thumb on scale. All right, and we'll stick 2 torches in there so at least it's a little illuminated. It's not a big deal, but the workshop's going to be hard to plan for until that's done. So the other thing that we're going to want to do here is stockpiles. So I think I'm going to have a really messy stockpile here, and maybe we'll refine it more later on. But this stockpile is basically just going to be like armor and weapons of any hit point, any quality, and very high or clothing and weapons, I guess. Clothing. How about an ampersand? No, ampersand don't work. Don't hit the ampersand. Clothing and weapon. And this is so that we can the stuff that we're planning on wearing or planning on using will go here, and that also will allow us to break things down that we don't necessarily need. So here, the highest priority here is going to be smelt anything that is flimsy and sturdy. And then another smelt of anything that is non-flawless and damaged. Likewise, same for the tailor. All flimsies and sturdies. And then all damaged non-flawless. Same with the wood. And the reason is flimsy and sturdy for at least clothing and armor carries a big mood modifier, a negative one. And then if it's damaged, I don't want there to be a situation where like our armor falls off of us mid-fight. That would be tragic as hell. And I've already done dismantling from wood on the bowyer's table, so I don't really need to do it on the woodworking bench. That would be redundant. So we're going to save up for armory. Got it. I know I thumbed on the scale there a bit, but I think it was worth it. And we'll book until we have 30. And now my priority is build a library. And top floor brazier is lit, yeah. Because it hadn't been built up until now. So high intensity, but off. Also, its fuel is wrong too. There we go. Alright, then after that, the only other bills that I want to add here is a winter clothing bill. Due until we have, let's say, 2 of them. And do the caps as well. And then as we head into the summer, I might do a similar bill with summer clothes. So we'll have a summer set and a winter set. So with this stockpile being very high priority, it should be easier to keep track of the things that need to get broken down. Okay, again... So let me think for a second. I probably don't need the entire floor space as a research room. The things that we're going to need in research eventually is research 1 and 2 and 3. So the advanced research table, the regular research table, and the basic one. And then the other thing that you need in a library is wall bookshelves. But generally speaking, you end up holding all of your books in your library, because that's what a library is for. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, so just to think out loud, do we copy the footprint of the last floor, basically identical, and go up a floor so that the library is the same exact shape and size as the workshop, and then have 2 bedrooms or potentially prison cells or something? Prison cells, we could also go underground. That might make more sense. Or do we have even a larger library? Or is there extra rooms here going to be for something else? Like prison cells or infirmary or something. So, do we copy the 3rd floor to the 4th? Yes or no? I think that's probably the simplest way of putting it. And either way, I think the external most walls are going to be built the same layout anyway. So, regardless of the answer of this poll, this is how this is going. Aesthetically, it might be nice to have like windows facing this side in the future. I'm not ready to take on vanity projects, but it's something to think about later on. I need to hunt and peck for clay because we're low on it. I think I'm just going to dig out all the dirt here so there isn't like a little weird hill anymore. Drinks on you? Absolutely. Cheers, dude. Gombe, and thank you for the cheer. Yeah, I'll leave that. I don't need them tied up for that task just yet. How's our food? 286, so it's actually gone up. So it's not of immediate concern. Nice. I like not starving. I cannot wait for this, for the spring to really come in full swing and melt all this snow so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Mining blind sucks. Is there a way? Oh, there it is. It is officially spring. I don't think there's a way to hide, like, soil layer. But I've queued up enough clay to be mined up for now that it's fine. There we go. Found a big old clay seam over there. Is that fire clay next to the coal? I have no idea. And it looks like you guys want third to copy fourth, or whatever the inverse. You know what I meant. So that means let's just go ahead and copy this pattern up. And I think that should be enough room for the library. I don't think the library is going to require a more extensive storage than what we have in store for it already. I'm going to change the pattern a little bit so that we end up with the double windows here instead. But other than that, it's the same design. Cool. So now it's just about collecting clay and building that library. One of the nice benefits of a library, once you get it built, is it increases the rate at which you research, and because you spend a lot of time researching, it can really help out with unlocking more research stuff. We can also move Zent's room to the floor of the library, yeah. Because Zent is our primary researcher. In fact, we have two of them now. We got Frozen as well. So Frozen could live on the library's floor as well. Our Druid scholars, if you will. I must have missed... Yeah, there's some new youngins. They're sheep, though. So maybe what I'm going to do is the oldest goats, because I'm going to I don't know. Maybe we'll have a mix of goats and sheep. I'll leave them alone for now. What's my plan for the farms? My plan for the farms was to farm the land directly around our castle, if you will. So thank you for reminding me. Let's go ahead with plots of 40. And if they're stone, I don't really care. At some point, I'll probably dig it up and replace it with soil. But it's not of immediate concern if it's not perfectly uniform shape. And we're gonna go to flowering still. We got our cabbage, our carrots. Beets. Barley. Herbs. Oh god, herbs. Sorry, herbs, you really drew short straw here. Actually, the red currant might have been... No, red currant's fine. And red currant. So there is some soil replacement that needs to be done. Especially in the herb area, because this is all like limestone or whatever. Yes, thaw. Thaw. And we got another friendly merchant. A rangy hawker. Now with the tired library, you're seeing Greek vibes? Yes. It's like we're straight out of Alexandria, right? Although, who knows what that place looked like. Where is this rangy hawker? Oh, there he is. Okay, Ravak, you're the best, right? At the whole speak. Why am I totally blanking? Yes, you are the best. Athelmund. The reckless gardener. I wouldn't mind topping up my seeds to make sure that I have at least 40 seeds of every seed type. Oh, he came with a dog. I'm gonna sell the hatchet that I don't really need. Oh, you don't even have gold coin? Fine, give me your alcohol. Done. Are there barbarian raids in this game? Yes. Well, now I can actually see the clay. Or some of it, which is nice. But yeah, we've got to build up clay. Who's our grower? So it's Ravak's highest priority, other than urgent haul. So as soon as it's temperature appropriate to grow stuff in these fields, Ravak will tend to it. This doesn't really fit here anywhere. I could also put these smelters, like in the basement near the general stockpile too. That would not be too inappropriate. Well, there we go. So now we have fine winter clothing and a fine cap just chilling there. I don't know why we don't have two of them though. That's a bit confusing. Oh, because it's down here. It just hasn't been hauled, I'm assuming. Yep. Are people sleeping on the floor? Nope. They are not. They're sleeping comfortably on beds. I'm changing the priority of the intensity rather of the braziers to medium as it's starting to warm up. We don't need to like cook people in their sleep. And I may not worry about these as bedrooms yet. I might wait until there's more of a cause for it. Now you guys wanted me to duplicate the floor below, which I'll intend to do. And that's going to be the easiest on stability anyway, because if the walls were stable on the floor below, they're going to be stable on the floor above, because stability is translated vertically perfectly. You can have, you know, a pillar as tall... Oops, that's rotated wrong. You can have a pillar as tall as you want, in other words. Until you hit the 16 height limit. Am I playing a kill box? No. I believe that's in the details. Yeah, it sort of is in the details. Okay, so we're just waiting on, like, a whole lot of clay bricks for it, and I have all 4 kilns going right now. So there's not, honestly, all that much more I can do other than wait for the clay bricks to bake. Because this is just a high clay brick required project. Alright, trees. I don't want you to cut these. I'm gonna double check on my my wood, but I'm gonna go and assume I have plenty. Yeah, I have 700. So yeah, I don't want them cutting trees at the moment. Oh, I did not put in these windows, did I? Let's fix that. So we did have new sheep, and I like noted that we had new sheep, and then my brain was like, hey, you should do a raffle. And then my mind was like, wait, what? Well, what did I say? But regardless, raffle for the new sheep is up if I remember to run that. Big if, because apparently my brain's up at the clouds. Oh, not rain. Alright, the other thing we're going to want in this configuration is the stairwell up. So that's going to be there. I like it. It's the happy castle. Is it warm enough to open windows now? No, it's barely above freezing. The temperature in the top right, and if you're not familiar with Fahrenheit, it's like 1 degree or 2 degrees Celsius right now. In winter clothing, my people probably don't care all that much, but like, I don't think opening your windows at 1 degree Celsius is like gonna help you much. Still pretty cold. How's our food? Oh, and we have another goat, too. 238. So, how about finding some mature deer and hunting? I've been holding off on hunting because hunting is one of those things that if you can wait to do it, you can treat wild animals like emergency food if you're ever really running low. And that's exactly what I was treating the animals out here. But now at this point, like, I'm hungry, we're kind of low on food. I've only got 113 red currants and barely any vegetables left, so it's time to shoot some Bambi. Wow, you're bold. I mean, you're young, so I'm gonna wait to hunt you for when you're mature. They're coming all the way into my base. It also might not be a bad idea to have a new dump stockpile, so we won't have to move that far. But I'm going to focus on the library first. And most of the external walls in the library are already done. Libraries look pretty nice. And that should really help out with unlocking new research once it's done, so we can store the books and have the boosted research speed. just to show you some of the other bonuses that we have. So the workshop bonuses, for instance, have a production speed of 132%, as you can see here, for being inside and being in a workshop, which is not insignificant. And then likewise, the kitchen has a similar 120 bonus for being in a proper kitchen. I think those are the only two, like, formal rooms I've built, because the other rooms are just, like, storage rooms. But yeah, there's a pretty sizable efficiency bonuses for when the room fulfills its requirements. And the library is gonna be really nice. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval Oak Brethren, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Druids.